I told y'all we're going to do mistakes. So, let's do it. As the saying goes, a mistake once and it's learning. Mistakes twice, shame on me or shame on you. Make a mistake 3 times and, well, that's just plain insanity. That's what I say. That's just me, though. I don't know. A mistake, I don't know. Mistakes happen, though. What are your personal thoughts on mistakes? The same mistake is what I'm talking about. Not different mistakes, because I feel, in my opinion, everyone throughout life makes mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we grow as humans. Even from birth, you know, babies make uh, mistakes, even though that's a little bit different. But they do. If you think about it, they're fed by their mom, but then they learn to hold the bottle, right? That is, if they're bottle fed. But just say, for instance, if they drop it, they have to learn to pick it up if someone's not there to get it right away. So if they're hungry, they won't keep making that mistake over and over again, will they? Now, that's not a bad mistake. They just learn by it. So, a bad mistake or a mistake in general is it is it just bad judgment, or is it ignorance, or is it inattention? Okay, I just made that word up. You know, Smiley, I gotta make them words up sometimes. But is it like he or she made a bad mistake? I mean, I don't know. I just know people who keep making so-called mistakes over and over and over again. Some do it for attention, but really they're they are irrelevant to me sometimes. And sometimes people keep doing it just over and over, and I think it's just a habit. I don't know. I know this is confusing, right? I don't know, man. Anyway, there's usually 2 kinds of mistakes, honestly. A mistake where you let yourself down and only you feel that what that mistake did or caused to you. Or a mistake where you let another person down and you're just one of many people or a person who feel the repercussions of that mistake, right? But I guess how you respond or you resolve to fix it, I don't know. I guess that's all that really matters. What do y'all think about that? However, I guess the thing that everyone is entitled to a mistake or two or a few in their life, in my opinion, if they recognize it and it was a mistake. If they have remorse, well, depending on which kind of mistake it was, I guess. If they repeat it again and again, though, is it really a mistake? No, I don't think so. So I couldn't help myself on this one. I had to go look up what was some of the biggest mistakes people make, okay? But I was actually surprised about this. I was surprised about this answer. Um, I really wanted to engage with y'all on this, except for I was a little bit tired and my last couple lives just kind of went haywire. Um, Sometimes y'all don't like education, but I don't blame you. But I do want to give y'all a little bit of variety, so I also didn't want to lie to you because I've been telling you we were going to talk about mistakes. Okay? So here it is. Only in an upload, pre-recorded. But I did look up this and I was very surprised. And it was not at all what you would expect to see, honestly. Here are 6 mistakes that most people make. And usually not only once. Now, okay, let me say it like this. Number 1 is trusting but not verifying. Number 2 is trying to fit in, of being yourself. There's a lot of that going on around here. Number 3, seeking shortcuts and instant gratification. Number 4, burning bridges. Oh, yep. Number 5, taking a job because it's the best deal, not because it's the right fit. Man, y'all don't do that. Do something that's going to make you happy, okay? That's just a little advice I have. If you don't love what you do and you're not happy, just don't do it. I can save y'all that little, I can give you that little information. Just do something you like, okay? If you don't like it, you're always going to be miserable. And the number 6, I think it should be actually, well, it should probably be number 2 or number 1. I'd say number 2. I could see it being number 2. I had something else in mind for number 1. That's just me. But number 6 was following someone else's dream. That's the problem nowadays. Everybody else tries to follow everybody else's dream. They try to be somebody else. So that's really weird to me. Be yourselves, people. You can't be nobody else even if you tried. I was very surprised it was nowhere on here. They should at least made number 7. I would have thought it would have been number 1 when I opened it up. And I'm sure y'all are probably thinking the same thing before I spit it out of my mouth. And if you didn't, go ahead and write in my comments what you thought number 1 would be. But the number 1 mistake that I thought most people made, but hopefully only one time, was cheating. Excuse me. I'm just surprised it wasn't anywhere on here. That's just me. So, anyway, so let's go over what else. I personally thought cheating. I honestly thought lying would be on there. You know, some people be whining about, it was just a little lie. I won't ever do it again. It was just a mistake. It was to say, or stealing. Oh, I forgot. I just ate opened the candy bar and was going to take a bite in the store. It was a grape. I just thought I was going to eat the grape in the store. I was hungry. Oh, God. I just took a drink out of the Coke and walked out with the Coke in my hand. God, y'all are so stupid. I don't even know. Because I don't do none of that shit. I do not know. Listen, hell, I guess I'm into crime way too much. Oh, God. I just don't know, man. I don't know. It was just weird not to see none of that stuff on there. I watched too much Discovery Channel in Lifetime. Oh, God, I don't know. But anyway, it was just weird to see some of the stuff that was on there opposed to wasn't. So y'all tell me what you think. A mistake is... I'm just curious now. But there is a third kind of mistake, okay? And once I actually did, believe it or not, this was an innocent mistake, and is typically one that is made without an intention of causing harm or wrongdoing. Okay? And I actually did this third type of mistake. It was not malice, and it was without intention. I bet y'all can't guess what that is. Oh, not in a million years. No, 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 no. You can't guess what Miss Smiley did. Of course, half of you's on one side of the fence, and half of you's on the other side of the fence. And Smiley will never live that down. Jeez. Anyway, it was accidentally calling the wrong number. Oh, jeez. 'Cause I'll always be the girl that called Donnie Boy's dad. Which is actually kind of funny now. But whatever. It is what it is. But it was a mistake. And it was never my intention to call him. Okay? It really wasn't. I was trying to call Don Sr. And that's what happened. And that's the God's honest truth on a stack of Bibles. But, and on everything that I love. It is really kind of funny. The only thing that I did wrong was putting it out that I did call him on YouTube. But I actually did that because I thought Don was going to hurt himself, according to his dad, and thought people that cared, which we see that don't happen on here, could actually check on him and help him. But whatever, people don't care. So to this day, it's kind of full circle and kind of funny, but whatever. It is what it is. Lord have mercy. Mercy me. Just thinking back about that's crazy. But that is a third thing is a non-intention mistake or something like that. I don't know. Man, I wish I was on here. I wish I really would have felt like coming on here and doing this live, but you know, I already went live once today and that didn't work out too well. Oh, God, it's crazy when I can't be serious because I have to talk to myself. Lord have mercy. You just have to grin and bear stuff sometimes. Yeah, thinking back. But for summer, I learned a lot from my mistake, and I carried a lot of pain and hurt from that, and I couldn't understand that. But I'm understanding it very clearly now. But what, you know, as long as you learn from your mistakes, that's all that matters. What can we do to fix our mistakes? That's what I want to know. If they truly are mistakes. Um, Fixing mistakes, 7 steps that you can actually do to fix mistakes. And I do hope some things actually register with people and help somebody. I do. That's the whole point. But some things you can do to help fix your mistakes if you're really sorry and want to is acknowledge the mistake directly, take responsibility, apologize, offer a practical way to make up for the mistake. I mean, if that's possible, give the other person time to think about it and respond to it. Listen and respond to it. But also do what you said you would do. That's the most important part. Do what you said you would do. And if you have any other suggestions, please feel free to also put those in the comments. Because your thoughts matter too. Have you ever found yourself saying, "I'll never do that again," only to find yourself doing that again? Doing the exact same thing just a short time later? If so, you're not the only one. It's likely all of us have repeated some of our mistakes at one time or another. But making the same mistakes over and over again can be costly in more ways than one. Maybe your friends or family or just whoever has lost complete faith in you because your behavior does not match your words. Or maybe your trials and errors have cost you someone or something, somebody, you or somebody close to you, a lot of money. Sometimes mistakes can be very, very costly to you and other people in your life. So you have to learn from your mistakes and be willing to learn. And there has to be no excuses, period. But blaming other people and minimizing your responsibility, it is not helpful to anybody. Not you, not them, not anybody. So, before you can learn from your own mistakes, you have to accept full responsibility for your role in those mistakes and the outcome. And it can be very uncomfortable, but until you can say, "I messed up," you are not ready for change at all. You have to take that step. And while you don't want to dwell on the past of your mistakes, reflecting on them can be productive. Ask yourself a few questions like, what went wrong? What could I do better next time? What did I learn from this? Write it down on a piece of paper. You'll see everything you did, every little situation more clear. It's a little bit different when you see everything on paper. It helps you to see and think more logical or rational. Just get a better insight on everything. But beating yourself up about everything will not help you, and it don't help you down the road. It's important to spend the time thinking about how to do better in the future. Make a plan that will help you avoid making the same or similar mistakes, because you don't want to make similar mistakes to those either. You know, be as detailed as you can, as flexible as you can. Sometimes your plans have to change, and that's no fault of your own. Just make it a little bit harder for yourself to mess up. Just like anything else that triggers, avoid the people, places, and things that you think in your mind, in your own mind, that causes you these, these things. It's just like an alcoholic. If you're an alcoholic or druggie, then, don't go around the alcohol and drugs. Same thing. Whatever's causing you the mistake, if it's the same mistake over and over, just stay away from it. Get counseling if that's what you need. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because I don't know what the mistake is, but I'm just saying. Only you know, if you keep making mistakes. But don't blame anybody for your poor choices or your actions. Take accountability. But do what you need to do so you don't do it again. If you're remotely, even just a tiny tad, remorseful, if you want to change, you can. You can. You absolutely can. Break your habits. That's all I'm saying. Move forward and remember everything will be okay, and honesty's real. It's a real mistake. Honestly, it's a real mistake. It's just a mistake. That's all it is a mistake. People make mistakes every day, little ones, big ones, and will continue to do so from the time they are born until the day they die. Don't be too hard on yourself or people who make mistakes. Just remember this: there's a difference between a mistake and a choice. What is the true meaning of a mistake? It's a wrong judgment. A wrong judgment, a misunderstanding, a wrong action, a statement proceeding from faulty judgment, inadequate knowledge, or inattention. A choice is an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities. For example, the choice between good and evil. Remember that. Please remember that. I love you all, and I hope this helps somebody.